Good morning, everyone. Brian from Witch Doctor series, doing a video here on some of the tools we use for shooting. This is a borescope tool with some software here, so you can clearly see with the borescope tool. Going to look at a few different things today that you can use this tool with. One of the most common things is a barrel, looking through a barrel. Just getting a sense for what's going on inside that barrel. I just want to emphasize at the beginning of this that I've looked down many barrels with the borescope, and I have not really been able to correlate, barrel wear or anything like that with precision. I've had really bad looking barrels with a lot of pitting, rotting, all kinds of stuff. That shot really well. I've had barrels that looked just flawless and perfect that didn't shoot really well. So just want to emphasize that in the outset, that using this tool, be careful with it. Don't just automatically assume that if you look down a barrel and see some things that you suspect are bad, that the barrel's going to shoot bad. In fact, one of the worst, ugliest barrels that I've seen, I've shot several thousand rounds through it, still shoots very, very accurate, very precise. So anyway, let's take a look. So with this borescope, what you do is just send it down into the chamber of the rifle here and watch your video closely. On the video, you should be able to see some things here. We're moving into the chamber now. This here is the cutout into the chamber. And now we're seeing here the sides of the chamber. Okay, and I'll show this video in the video that I post. And then we get into the throat area here. This is called the free bore or the throat. On this particular barrel, it's a short free bore, about 70 thousandths is the free bore. It's a 6 ppc. And then take a look around, spin the borescope around a little bit, see what you're looking for here is maybe some carbon buildup. I scrubbed this one pretty good the other day, used EOSO bore paste, and as you can see there's a smidgen of carbon there, not much. As I twist it around, I really don't see a whole lot of carbon, so looks like it's pretty clean. And then from the free bore, we get into what's called the lead, which is where it kind of cuts into the lands here. And what you're seeing here now are the lands and then the grooves. We're not seeing a whole lot of wear here in the lands and the grooves, which is good. We do see a little bit of what's called fire cracking. You see these little cracks there in the lands, a few in the grooves there. That's okay. This barrel shoots really good. So some fire cracking, and it doesn't seem to affect the precision much on this barrel. As we go down, we see a little bit of carbon inside the grooves there. That's okay. What you're also looking for as you go down the barrel is any copper buildup. And you're looking for a lot of copper to where you can clearly make out that there's, a nice buildup of copper. Here I'm not really seeing any. I see slight copper marks, like right there is a little bit on that land. Not a whole lot. That could just be the copper fouling. I'm going to go ahead and clean this barrel, clean all the copper out of this barrel. I do see a little bit there now. Anyway, so yeah, go down, check out, see how much copper fouling you have. It will inform you about whether you need to sort of clean out the copper. When you get to the end of the barrel, take a look here at the crown and just take a quick look and see if you see any copper specks there that may be impeding the bullet release from the barrel. I don't see any major copper buildup. See a slight bit on a couple of lands here, but no major buildup. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything as I go around this entire tube and look for copper buildup, so that's pretty good. So this borescope could also be used for a couple of other things. One of those things is your brass. You can look inside your brass. If you look at this brass piece, you can see here we have what's called incipient case head separation. There's a clear groove on the outside of the brass. This tells me this brass is about to separate, so I'm not going to use this brass again. I'm going to throw it away. But if you have brass where you have a little line there and you're wondering, you can just stick the borescope in there, take a look, turn it around, turn the brass piece around. In this particular piece of brass, I could see on the video here clear marks there that show me that there is definitely a line inside the case. If you see that line inside the case, you don't see much of a line on the outside of the case, that's still telling you that the case head may separate on you. So borescope can be used to inspect brass. Another thing you can do is you can inspect your bolt. I did have a time where I shot a match, and then afterwards, as I was cleaning out the brass, I noticed that I punctured a primer. I immediately opened up the bolt and stuck the borescope down in there and actually found pieces of the primer inside the bolt. So I immediately went in, cleaned it out, got rid of the primer pieces, cleaned it out well, took the borescope back in there, inspected it, and figured I did a good job cleaning it out. And so I used the borescope for that. Another thing too is if your dies, you can also take this and run them into the die just to inspect the die, see if you have anything in there that's impeding the brass as it goes into the die, or the bullet if it's a cedar die. And I don't see anything in this one. This one's functioning perfect. I did have a match where a buddy of mine did have some weird gunk stuck in his seating die, and so we, in that circumstance, that would have been a perfect opportunity to take the borescope and take a look through there to see what's impeding it and how should I go about trying to remove it or clean it, etc. So this tool can be used in a number of different ways with a number of different things to help you figure some stuff out. All right, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share.